The debate over support for ICE amid protests highlights tensions in law enforcement perceptions, with recent clashes questioning ideological biases. How do these incidents reflect broader societal divisions, and what impact do they have on community trust? Delve into the complexities of activism, authority, and accountability.
I don't care, I don't care, I don't care, I don't
Let
care.
me be clear. This segment sets a dispassionate tone, underscoring a resignation towards ongoing events. The repetitive mention of indifference highlights a potential erosion of public empathy. This can be indicative of a larger societal desensitization to protests and confrontations with law enforcement. Historically, apathy has punctuated critical social movements, sometimes stalling progress. Yet beneath this indifference lies a brewing dissent, voices that are tired yet unresolved. Beat. The effect is a chilling numbness, signal that the powder keg isn't diffused, it's simply ignored.
If the police tell you to stop, you
In
stop.
stark terms, obeying police orders is stressed as crucial for safety. The dialogue here reflects a pragmatic submission to authority amidst chaos. However, America's complex history with policing, especially within Black communities, muddies this simplistic notion. Receipt. Historically disproportionate enforcement against Black Americans is well documented. This isn't merely about compliance. It's about systemic trust or the lack thereof. There's a pivotal question. Are these guidelines of survival or quiet surrender to flawed systems?
Yep.
If a white man would have been occupying that vehicle and there happened to be MAGA merch on the back of that said vehicle, y'all would be celebrating.
Remember when double standards hid behind fine print? Not anymore. Here, the claim is clear. Responses to law enforcement vary based on political ideologies. Receipt. Polarized reactions to MAGA versus liberal protests have been documented. It exposes societal fractures where political bias dictates outrage and support. Punchline, hypocrisy isn't a justifiable stance, regardless of your leanings. This segment forces viewers to confront their internal biases and question their narrative.
Yes, they would.
You can't pick and choose when to cheer for law enforcement.
Let's strip the emotion and deal in structure. Support for law enforcement is dissected here, revealing deep community divides. While some staunchly back enforcement as societal protectors, others see them as instruments of oppression. Beat. The segment underscores a universal truth. Police effectiveness is perceived through a personal, often political lens. What changes if that lens shifts toward unity? It's a call to arms. Balance between accountability and authority is non-negotiable. Until resolved, expect the divide to widen.
Kind of reminds me of George Floyd. The cops tell you to stop, you stop. No human being deserves to lose their lives at the hands of anybody else. However, your decisions have consequences.
I'm going to disagree with her a little bit when she says no human being deserves to lose their life. I'm going to disagree with them because, hey, you have free will to do whatever it is that you want to do, but you have to suffer the consequences. And there are some people, and I'm not speaking on this young lady, Renee Good. I'm just saying there are some people that do things that probably do deserve the early demise.
However good those consequences may be, or however bad those consequences may be, all decisions have consequences.
Facts.
You can say whatever you want about me, to be quite honest, but I stand 10 toes down on if law enforcement, let that be a police officer, ICE, some sort of DEA, any type of law enforcement officer, if they tell you to stop, let me give you a bit of advice. Stop!
Yeah, exactly. This entire situation could have or should not have transpired the way it did. It shouldn't. It should not have gotten there. It escalated to a point that it shouldn't have gotten to. But at the same time, this young lady, she made a poor decision. And based off of some additional information, she made a poor decision based off of her quote unquote wife. Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Folks are going in.
There's about to be a lot of pissed off people when I say this, and hear me good. There's no way I could ever be an ICE agent because I'm sparing nobody. And I hate to say that because I am not a person that, condones violence. But this is what I'm not going to do. I would never kiss my husband, kiss my wife, kiss my kids goodbye, go out and, do my job because I'm trying to be a productive member of society. And I'm met with bricks being thrown at me, people spitting on me, people trying to run me over with their car. And when I defend myself, then it's, look at the brutality. Look at these animals. Ain't no way I'm sparing anybody. Absolutely the hell not. It's mind-boggling that you have people that legit are saying, kill ICE agents, dox ICE agents, and they're not supposed to do anything back. That's why I'm not in law enforcement, because I promise you I would spare nobody. Absolutely the hell not. No, absolutely not.
I'm sure a lot of people feel the way that she feels. One of my friends said that I had the temperament to be in law enforcement. And I told him, I don't think I do. I don't think I do. Because the things that you all do, and that's why I have a lot of respect for the Leos out there, is because when ish hits the fan, they run to it. When I see that, I'm like, hey, babe, it's time to go. Now, y'all heard me say, hey, babe, because typically if I'm out and about, wifey is dead. I'm like, nah, time to go. It's time to get up out of here. They cutting a fool. So I'm with this lady.
So let me get this right. You woke up, got dressed, brushed your teeth, and said, let me go outside, find some ICE agents, and let me go obstruct some law. And let me go act like I'm Superwoman and could beat up ICE agents. And let me go block the road with my car when I see ICE agents and don't let them out. And then try to run over them when they come at me. And now I'm unalived. You know, when I wake up in the morning, I don't wake up in the morning looking for ICE agents, you know? I really don't.
Not even a concern.
So I'm just trying to understand why y'all liberals just won't leave these people alone. They not coming after y'all. They not messing with y'all. All they doing is doing their job. And y'all think y'all can y'all think y'all can run y'all cars into their vehicles. We done seen it all last year, bro. Y'all have threw rocks at these people. Y'all have went to their hotels. Y'all have been literally the ICE agents since the time Trump got in office, bro. And now, look at this. Another incident.
Yeah, they're being paid to do it as well.
When is y'all gonna learn that you cannot fight the police, especially ICE agents? That's on you. If you think you Mr. Get Bad and you think you freaking Captain Save an Immigrant and you go out there with your car trying to hit people, the ICE agents, and think it, and then when you get shot, everybody in the world, all the liberals, they want to cry. Oh my God, they did this, they did no. I tell people just like I tell the black people, leave police alone. They ask you to do something, just do it. Even if you feel like you didn't do nothing wrong, just do it.
Get your lawyer later.
It's simple as that. But y'all liberals get up every day thinking y'all about to go outside and whoop on ICE agents and ram your cars into them. And then when like this happen, y'all crying. They've been whooping y'all all last year because of the shit I was doing. Y'all was like, y'all just don't want to learn. Simple as that.
Yeah, he right. They don't want to learn. But at the same time, when you have multi-billionaires who want to see our nation crumble, who want to see our nation fall, pay to put the battery on these folks' backs. Let's just keep it a buck. A lot of these people out there, they are paid protesters, paid rioters. They're being paid to jump out there and get bad. Simple as that. I want to see a full-fledged investigation. Go follow the money. Follow the money. Find out who's putting the batteries on these people's backs. Because in my opinion, it's not organic. It's not.
Let's talk about the lie, shall we? The lie that Democrats tell every single day when they pretend to stand on moral high ground. Because if they actually cared about women, if they actually cared about human life, and if they actually believed their own slogans, we would have seen outrage years ago. But instead, countless American women have been sexually assaulted, killed, and erased from the national conversation by monsters that never should have been in this country. But there was nothing. No emergency news conferences, no coordinated outrage campaigns, no celebrities crying on camera, and certainly no politicians demanding justice. Just silence. And silence is a choice. They didn't chant their names. They didn't light a candle. They didn't march in the street. They didn't even pretend to care because their deaths didn't fit the narrative. These women's deaths were inconvenient. Their suffering was politically useless, and acknowledging them would have required them to admit that open border policies have serious consequences. So they looked away. The second a left-wing activist collides with law enforcement, suddenly the machine roars to life. Now it's state violence. Now it's systemic oppression. Now it's wall-to-wall coverage and coordinated talking points. But ask yourself why. Why is outrage only activated when it protects their people? Why is empathy rationed based on ideology? And why are dead American women not qualified for justice, but an activist who endangered the life of an officer does?
Can we put legacy media, corporate media, mainstream media, whatever you want to call them, can we go ahead and put them out the pasture? And can I have the citizen journalists step to the front and get out there in every state and expose it? Y'all have to remember, back in the 1800s, there was a multitude of small independent papers. And as the years progressed, large corporations started to buy up those papers. And before you know it, they became, media conglomerates. And they are the ones that designed or decided what will go and what will not go. They decided what will, be disseminated to the people and what won't be disseminated to the people. Corporate media is done. They're no longer in the business, and maybe they've never been in the business of informing the American people. And now that we know it, my challenge to you all is go be the citizen journalist that you are supposed to be. Now, I understand everybody can't do it, but you can go be the media. Let the American citizens be the media. Stop depending upon corporate media, who is nothing more than a propaganda arm for the DNC. They are not to be trusted at this point. And I think everybody, based off of this situation, based off of what happened in the George Floyd situation and other situations all year long in 25, they're not to be trusted. They're not to be trusted.
A lot of y'all better be careful, because the way some of y'all are talking to me, a lot of y'all might end up on a t-shirt too. And not by me. That sounded crazy. I did not mean for that to come off that way. I'm saying for the folks that's like, ICE agents ain't even real officers for real. Huh? You think they do volunteer work? Who you think sent them out there? If they not real officers, why would the president have access to these people and say, go here on my command? These are federal agents. Y'all keep saying these ain't real cops. They're above regular cops.
Yes.
Okay? These Democrats and these mayors and governors are going to get y'all killed, because they're the ones saying, go out there and block these federal agents. They're doing unlawful things. They're going to get y'all killed because...
Yeah. These folks are the useful idiots. And Democrats know exactly what they're doing. They use these people. They're nothing more than cannon fodder.
They're not the ones going out there doing that. But they'll be quick to say, hey, you need to go out there and protect your citizens, protect your community. They gonna get y'all killed. Y'all are missing the bigger picture when it comes to this thing. Because not once have I ever said the cop was justified for killing a lady. Not once. But y'all want people to pick a side and start arguing about that. That's why I said I'm not doing that. The bigger picture is this. If you were in her shoes, do you think that a cop would kill you if you didn't comply with whatever they were asking you to do? Not that they should. Would they?
Yeah. Yeah. That's it right there. They've put a lot of these people on pedestals, not understanding that, hey, the police, whether they're federal, state, city, county, whatever, they're humans. They put their pants on one leg at a time, just like everybody else. They're humans. And there is a bit of self-preservation, actually, not a bit, a lot of self-preservation in all of us. In all of us. We find ourselves in situations and it has to be either someone else or yourself. The self-preservation is in you. It's going to say, it's got to be them, not me. Come on now.
Could they? Two different things. The answer is probably yes. Hopefully it's yes. So if I know going into a situation that, hey, if I don't comply, if I'm not listening, if I'm blocking the street, yeah, if I get on their nerves, a bad apple is gonna kill me. I'm probably not gonna do that. Should they? Should it result in that? No, never.
But you aren't dealing with humans.
But it does. It happens. It's 2026. It happens all the time. So off of that information, whose fault is it? That's why I say both. The cop can make better decisions. The civilian who knows the answer to the question that I just asked knows her fate if she chooses to do those actions.
I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. What are your thoughts? Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the notifications on to all so you never miss an upload. Consider joining the ARP family if you'd like to support the channel. Or you can buy your brother a coffee. That link's in the description box below. Join us on Tuesday, Friday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for ARP in the morning. Come check us out. Come hang out with us. If it is your first time, please let us know in the chat so I can properly welcome you to the show. And as always, keep God first. Stay prayed up. We'll catch up with you all next time. Peace.
Vibes so raw, can't hide the truth. Words so sharp, they cut right through. Real talk for the soul's appeal. Prayers rise up the wounds they heal.
Drawing parallels to George Floyd's death invites inevitable debate. This reference isn't just rhetoric, it's a reminder of unresolved trauma and persistent racial tensions. The tragedy set off global introspection, but also a chasm. Receipt: Floyd's case reignited civil rights demands worldwide. The implication is clear. History, when unaddressed, repeats. Until every voice is heard, the specter of past injustices will cast long shadows over current events. Punchline: ignoring history's lessons ensures they remain our future.